Blah, blah, blah.
I get to be the Ferris wheel. You know, this piercingly annoying music sure showcases the quality of RCA sound system.
This is a story about a chemistry that Herb bought for himself. His brother Billy...
Wow.
Let's all watch Billy
sentence.
and Herb and the chemistry set, and perhaps we'll learn some things about fair play.
And a little something about chemical
As you
warfare.
see this story, we want you to think about questions. Questions such as, what is fair play?
And how do I get
Perhaps
these
when the
9
story
minutes
is
back?
over, you'll want to talk about the...
The brilliance of the RCA sound system
Now
there.
let's see what Herb's doing. He starts with 2 clear licks.
Well, the bad news is you have
It would
rabies.
be fun to do experiments like that. But Herb isn't going to let Billy try.
I will eat you in your sleep.
Billy wants his dad to make Herb let him do it. He says Herb's not fair.
Daddy remembers to tell Mommy to pick up more
Dad
herb.
thinks perhaps he'd better explain to Billy.
Son, when a man loves a chemistry set,
Herb shares most of his things with Billy, but maybe it is fair for Herb to keep his own chemistry set and not let Billy play with it. After all, Billy is rather young.
and hey,
He
a
doesn't
bad
know how to
haircut
use
to
the
boot.
chemistry things safely. He might break something or hurt himself.
Or cause another Chernobyl. Hey, meth cooked yet?
And Herb earned the set for himself, so he has a right to it.
Get out or I'll
You
turn you
think
into a
that's fair?
newt!
What about it? To play fair, should Herb share the chemistry set?
Or should he mix some chloroform and put Billy to sleep?
Well, Herb didn't share the set. He used it alone all evening.
Herb cured cancer. Moral is, don't share.
On Saturday morning, the boys usually help by doing the dishes, but what's this tug of war?
A fight over who's more Brady?
It seems they want to dry the because neither wants to wash. Well, whose turn is it to wash the dishes? Herb's turn. Billy's turn.
Aha, dynamite
Taking
beats gun.
turns is always fair, but here's another question to think about. How can Herb and Billy decide whose turn it is?
Is their typical routine of Russian roulette too strict?
Mother thinks it's fair to make a rule and follow it.
Mother learned
She'll
this
mark
in
the
Sing Sing.
turns on the calendar. Herb is older, so he will wash today while Billy dries. And next time, it will be Billy's turn to wash the dishes. So Herb and Billy can play fair by taking turns and by obeying the rules.
Then Mother is
That's one way to
disowned for
play
flagrant communist ideas.
Oh, Herb's
Ah,
cut his
fake.
hand. Must have been on a sharp knife in the sink. Mother will have to clean the cut.
Well, Billy apparently checks out her ass. Hopefully he doesn't have a reaction to the
Billy-
holy water his mom makes him
Billy
wash
has an
dishes
idea.
in.
How about a bandage to keep the dirt out of the cut? Another way to play fair is to be helpful.
Here, I broke out the good liquor.
Well, Billy has the bandages from the bathroom now, and
Hey, Billy, want to play a game?
Herb's chemistry set. Herb said not to touch it, but... Oh, he's downstairs. He'll never find out. What do you think? Should Billy use Herb's chemistry set?
Should Billy deliberately disobey him and put Nala in danger?
Remember your answer to that question. Well, let's see how Billy makes out.
Let's not. That would be
Why
weird.
Those things look strange to Billy. Well, try this one.
Toe of frog. Over the lips, over the gums, look out stomach, here it comes.
There. Now.
And up from the tube came a bubbling crude.
Oh! No, Billy isn't hurt.
Damn.
Just stained with harmless chemical ink. But
Well,
her
nitric
chemistry
acid
set-
isn't completely
Herb's
harmless.
waiting for the bandages. Here they are, to fix Herb's hand. But
30 minutes
what about
later.
Billy's stained hand. Well, a little bandage like this will keep dirt out of Herb's cut.
But not the hatred out of Herb's soul.
But Billy offers to wash and dry the dishes.
Billy offers to put a hit out on Herb's math teacher who's been giving him problems.
But don't you suppose Billy sort of wants to do something for Herb to make up for the chemistry accident? Herb says, all right, it's a good chance to work with the chemistry set.
Oh, that's what they're calling it these days.
Herb will find out about the broken test tube. But Mother thinks the cut heals a bit, and she goes back to finish her work.
As a lion tamer.
Now Herb remembers that it's time for Billy's favorite program.
Howard Stern presents Big Boob Lesbians.
After all, Herb wants to play fair.
I know, David.
With lots of fresh milk and fruit so you'll grow big and strong.
Oh, the grocery list station.
Back to the adventures of Mary and Eddie. When we last saw our young friends, the captain had just landed their rocket plane on the
Billy
surface of the moon.
isn't really listening to the radio, is he?
Billy is listening to the murderous
He has too much
demons
to
in his
think
head.
about. Herb has been playing fair with Billy, and Billy ought to play fair too. He ought to tell Herb about the chemistry set. And that won't be easy. Besides, maybe Billy ought to buy a new test tube for Herb.
Or at the very least,
Billy
buy him a
has
less
only little
Hitlerian
money
haircut.
saved. He'd been planning to buy some marbles, and if he buys the test tube for Herb, he won't have enough left to buy his marbles.
Marbles being codenamed for crack.
What should Billy do? To play fair, should Billy buy the marbles or the test tube?
Or forget them both and visit the dog track.
Well, Billy decides he will play fair. And after he tells Herb, Billy will go up and clean up the mess he's left in Herb's room.
Billy will then sacrifice a goat to atone for his sins.
So Billy buys a new test tube, and there's Herb's chemistry set, just as good as new. Herb is pleased that Billy played fair. Of course, Billy will have to wait for his new marbles, but he feels better this way. And do you know what Herb decides?
Extort his brother
He's
for
going
more
to
money?
let Billy use the chemistry set some of the time, and he'll teach Billy how to do it safely. That is, if Father and Mother agree.
It'll give us more time to bump uglies, honey.
Why, of course. They're glad that Herb and Billy have learned to play fair. Herb and Billy are glad, too. And what have we learned about fair play?
That it's almost non-existent in Major League Baseball?
To play fair, when should we share things?
Why, when the Lord Jesus commands it, of course.
How do we decide whose turn it is?
I don't know. Cage matches always seem pretty effective.
Should we respect the property of other people?
Only if you think you'll get caught.
What should we do to make up for our mistakes?
Kill all the witnesses.
What is fair play?
Wait, I can answer this. I saw a movie on it once. Well, until the next... A sex man! Finn!